I'm Derek Johnson with Tatango.com, and I'm answering the question, how often should businesses text message customers? So unfortunately for this question, the answer really varies depending on the business. But let me help you kind of understand what type of business you are and maybe how many text messages you should be sending to your customers. So essentially what I like to do first off is figure out how often my average customer purchases from my business. So if I'm a restaurant, that could be 2 times a week. If I'm a retail store that maybe sells clothes, maybe that's 1 time a month. And usually what I want to do is I want to send text message promotions, offers, coupons out based on that number of how many times per month or week my customers are actually purchasing. Because it would be ridiculous for me as a restaurant to send out text messages every single day if customers are really only purchasing twice a week. Or as a retailer, if I sent a text message every 6 months or every year, that wouldn't make any sense because customers are purchasing monthly. So for these two examples, what I would usually recommend is kind of keeping up with the cadence of the purchases. So for a restaurant, if the average customer is purchasing 2 times a week, I would try to keep it 2 to 3 times a week. Usually I like going like 1 text message more than the purchase frequency. So if the average customer is coming into the restaurant 2 times a week, I would say 2 to 3 messages per week. Now on the retail side, let's say a customer is coming in 1 time a month, I would like to kind of keep it in the 1 to 2 text messages per month frequency. So again, it really depends on how often your customers are coming in and actually purchasing. And usually I would mimic that number and maybe add 1 now or then in terms of how many text messages you're sending them. So hopefully though that answers the question for your business as to how many text messages should you be sending your customers.